I never thought signing my will would feel like signing my own death warrant. The lawyer's office smelled faintly of old paper and lemon polish. Sunlight filtered through dusty blinds, stripping the table where my signature waited. I remember staring at my name, Daniel Hartman, printed neatly at the bottom of the page, thinking how strange it was that a few strokes of a pen could decide everything I'd spent a lifetime building. My wife Elaine sat beside me, perfect posture, calm smile, the kind of smile that reassures everyone in the room that everything is fine. Too fine. "You're doing the responsible thing," she said softly, placing a hand on my arm. "After the scare you had last month, it just makes sense." The scare. That's what she called it. A sudden collapse at work, dizziness, blurred vision, a doctor who couldn't quite explain it but suggested stress, maybe blood pressure. Elaine had hovered over me like an angel after that, cooking my meals, pouring my drinks, reminding me to take my medication. Caring, attentive. Watching. I signed the will. Elaine inherited everything. The house, the savings, the business, the life insurance. When the pen lifted from the page, I felt something cold settle in my chest, not fear exactly, but clarity. Because 3 weeks earlier, I'd overheard something I was never meant to hear. The first crack. Elaine didn't know I'd come home early that day. I'd forgotten my laptop and returned from the office to grab it. The house was quiet except for voices drifting from the kitchen, Elaine's voice and another woman. Her sister Marissa. I paused in the hallway, keys still in my hand. "You're sure it won't show up?" Marissa asked. Elaine laughed, not her gentle laugh, a sharp, careless one. "They already said stress," Elaine replied. "A little more time and it won't matter anyway." My stomach tightened. "And the will?" Marissa pressed. "Oh, I'll make sure it's signed," Elaine said. "He trusts me." I stood frozen, heart pounding so loudly I was sure they could hear it. Trusts me. That night I didn't confront her, I didn't accuse, I smiled, ate dinner, drank the wine she poured for me. But I didn't finish it. Instead I started paying attention. The symptoms. The dizziness always came after dinner. The headaches followed my evening drink. My coffee tasted off. I told myself I was being paranoid, that stress could do strange things, that Elaine loved me, we'd been married 12 years. But love doesn't whisper in kitchens about time not mattering. So I did something dangerous. I tested her. The next evening when she poured my wine, I pretended to take a phone call. "Sorry," I said, setting the glass down, "work emergency." When I returned, the glass was in a slightly different spot. I watched her eyes flick to it, just for a second. "Drink before it warms," she said casually. I didn't. That night I slept like a baby, no headache, no dizziness. The next night I drank it. I woke up vomiting at 3 a.m. That was when I knew. The plan. Fear is loud at first. It screams, it panics, it begs you to run. Then it gets quiet. And that's when it becomes dangerous. I didn't want a confrontation, not yet. I needed proof. I needed her to feel safe, confident. So I played my part. I let Elaine worry over me, let her insist on handling my meals, let her pour my drinks. And I secretly dumped them down the sink when she wasn't looking. I also visited my doctor alone. Blood tests, toxicology. The results came back 2 days later. Low-dose poisoning, nothing immediately lethal, something that could be dismissed as illness until it was. The doctor asked if I suspected anyone. I said no. Not yet. Signing the will. Elaine was almost glowing when we left the lawyer's office. She suggested we celebrate. "Just a quiet night," she said. "At home I'll cook." I agreed. That night she prepared steak, opened an expensive bottle of red wine, the kind we saved for anniversaries. She poured my glass carefully. Too carefully. We sat across from each other at the dining table, candlelight flickered between us. "To us," she said, lifting her glass. I raised mine. And then, I swapped them. It was smooth, casual, the kind of thing couples do without thinking. I pretended to adjust my chair, brushed her elbow lightly, and exchanged the glasses in one fluid motion. She didn't notice. Or so I thought. The mistake. Elaine took a sip almost immediately. I watched her throat move as she swallowed. Then another sip. I held my glass, waited. Minutes passed. She kept talking about remodeling the house, about maybe taking a trip once my health stabilized. Then she paused. Her smile faltered. "You okay?" I asked. She blinked, pressed a hand to her temple. "Just dizzy," she said, "must be the wine." I leaned back, heart hammering. The color drained from her face. Her glass slipped from her fingers, shattering on the floor. Elaine collapsed. The aftermath. The ambulance lights painted the house red and blue. At the hospital, doctors worked fast, questions flew, tests were run. They found it. The same substance. In her system. In a concentration high enough to cause serious harm. The police came next. I told them everything. About the kitchen conversation, the symptoms, the will, the drinks. Elaine survived. But her story didn't. Marissa cracked first, faced with charges she turned on her sister. Text messages, search history, receipts. Elaine had planned it all, slowly, quietly, confident that love and patience would kill me before suspicion ever did. The end that was hers. Elaine was convicted. Attempted murder, fraud, conspiracy. She lost everything. The house, the money, the future she thought she'd secured. I revoked the will. Started over. Some nights I still think about that dinner, the candlelight, the wine, the moment everything changed. People ask how I knew to swap the drinks. The truth. I didn't. I just trusted my instincts more than my fear. And that made all the difference.